Hello, Weekend Crafter! Welcome back to the Craft Time Studio. I'm Ange, and I love crafting on the weekends. If you're new to this channel, I hope that you consider liking and subscribing for your weekend dose of crafts. For this weekend, I'm going to do something a bit different. I wanted to share with you my creative process. I start my crafting days pretty early, and so to wake me up, I first have a cup of coffee. Now that I'm awake, it's time to get my creative juices flowing. If I'm mixing colors or when I'm feeling uninspired, I look at my color book to study which colors go well together. I'll place a link in the description below for the title of this book in case you want to search it up. If I'm making a slab, I look through prints first for inspiration. One of my favorite print artists is Amy McCready, and I take inspiration either with the colors that she uses or the patterns that she produces. For this particular tutorial, I wanted to make some tiles for a big project that I'm hoping to start soon. I searched some designs and found the colors of this print so beautiful. I'll share the IG of the artist who made this lovely design, Pauline Van de Kien. I hope that I am pronouncing her name right. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Now that I have my color and design inspiration, I start with cleaning my work area first. Since I use a glass mat, it's quite easy to clean. Just spritz it with some alcohol and wipe it down. Next is prepping my colors. I'm doing 2 shades of green, 3 shades of yellow-orange, and this muted beige color for my main slab. So first, I roll out my main slab into the number 3 setting. Like I said in the beginning, this is going to be a tile, so it needs to be on the thick side. Once the clay is conditioned, get a square cutter and press lightly on the main slab, just enough so that you could see the space that you're working with. Next, I layer on the design. When doing layers, I prefer working from the outside going in. Get the darkest shade of green and roll it out into very thin logs. Place them like rays on the slab. Use a tissue blade to cut off the excess. Then, get a leaf cutter and the lighter shade of green. Roll out the green clay into the number 7 setting and place each leaf one by one on the slab. Roll out logs from your dark green clay and place at the center of each leaf. Next, use your tissue blade or any blade to detail each leaf. Then roll out the dark green clay again and pinch one side to make the small leaves. Place 3 leaves on each stem. I know it's looking a little bit chaotic right now, but eventually you will see the design emerge. Add a few more branches. Now it's time to make our orange holly berries. Ball up some dark orange clay to place on top of each of the branches. Once all the branches have the orange holly berry, use a detail needle to put a dot on each of them. Now it's time to layer the flowers. We will go with the smallest flowers first, and we will place them around the outer part of the tile. I used here my flower silicone mold. If you want to watch a quick tutorial on how to use a silicone mold, I'm placing a link here to that video. Just remember that once you pack the clay in the mold, you will have to remove all the excess clay using the Sutton slice technique to flatten the bottom part of the clay. Place a darker shade of yellow-orange to the center of each of the flowers. Then use a detail needle to put some texture. We go to the second biggest flower now and follow the exact same procedure. At this point, I'm already getting excited because I can see the design coming to life. It's not always this easy though, and when that creative block hits me, I have to remind myself that creativity comes in cycles. If you're feeling a little bit stuck, give your mind some time to rest. Listen to your feelings, and if the ideas don't come right away, be patient with yourself. One day you will find yourself creating again. This has happened to me time and time again, and I always find my way back to being creative. And for the final step, I bring out my white clay. As you can see, I try to bring out my white clay only when I absolutely have to, because it's hard to keep white clay clean. I get my ball tool and make an indent on the center of the flower. Then I place a small ball of the darkest shade of orange-yellow. Next, I push the ball down with the tool and then use a lighter shade of orange-yellow for that additional pop of color. Finally, I get my tissue blade to remove the excess clay, and I carefully lift it off my glass mat using my tissue blade. And my tile is done. If you prefer rounded edge tiles, you can also cut a bit at each corner to get that rounded effect. I still have a long way to go before I get to finish all of the tiles that I'll be needing for my big project. And if you're interested to see my progress, head on to my IG at crafttime.ph. It's where I share with you what I've been busy with. By the way, I also translated this design into earrings, and you can see how I adjusted the design a bit to fit a smaller space. That is it for this weekend's tutorial. I hope that you had fun and learned something new today. Have a crafty weekend. Bye!